Right guys, as we've all discussed on a Q&A, and I've seen a couple of videos, January's tough. Now, when I was in the market game, we always used to call it kipper season, because you'd have a big run up to Christmas and everybody get their stuff for Christmas and get their presents, and then they'll be paying off their money or they're paying off their debts, their credit cards in January, so it would take a bit of a dive. So I'm kind of used to kipper season anyway. We used to call it kipper season because apparently in the old days, all they could afford to eat was kippers. Quite like kippers, they're very nice. Anyway, good for you, oily fish. Anyhow, so what I thought I'd do is a quick video, and I think this is going to be a popular one, on 3 things I can think off the top of my head that you can do to make sure you get the most money on a job. Right, number 1, phone them. If your English is good, phone them. If your English ain't good, then go straight to number 3. But because it could act against you. If your English isn't great, you're probably better off on the electronic quote. But if your English is good, ring them, talk to them, have a laugh with them. And there's a couple of bits I do. Like maybe going a little bit higher than you like. Say, for example, the job you think, well, that's 60 miles in a Luton van. It should sell for 65, 70 quid. And you fancy it, maybe first one in the morning, might be a couple on there, ring them up and go, oh, how do you do, mate? Right, okay, about that job, the Northampton to South London job, is £80 too dear? And then they might go, actually, no, 80 spot on. Or actually, I've had a couple of bids, I've had a 65. You've had a 65, I tell you what, mate, I can match it. You know, or you could turn around and go, well, the right money on that job, another one I do at the moment, the right money on that job is 60 quid, but I know things are selling cheap at the moment. Or one I'll use is, what would you be comfortable with? Now, sometimes they'll get the needle and they go, CX don't work that way, mate. But sometimes they'll go, well, okay, yeah, that's fine, that's fair enough. So that's one thing you can do. Second thing you can do to try and work out, you know, if you're bidding right, you're getting the right money on the job. It's a bit cheeky, doesn't always work. If you don't get the job, you say, you know, that one's already sold, mate. You ring them up and you go, oh, that one's already sold, mate. You say, in the nicest possible way, my friend, I hope you don't think I'm being rude. If you don't mind me asking, what did it go for? Sometimes they'll turn around and they'll go, I don't know, mate, it weren't my job. Sometimes they'll go, none of your business, off. But sometimes they'll go, oh, they went for 60. And you think, right, okay, 60 is the right money. That's what. But you've got to bear in mind also that not everybody pays the same price. Some shippers pay more than others. And also something I'll get in, you know, try and remember to do this one at the end. Yeah, right. And the third one you can do is, on the electronics quotes one, is put some silly bits in. So, like, for example, today there was one, if you don't want a job, I always say you quote the money you're happy to do. I did a couple of jobs today in a Luton van for 50 quid, which isn't really ideal, but the first one I picked up 4 miles from my house, and it went to St Albans, 22 miles, 50 quid. Still £2 a mile, had it off in 2 hours. The second one I picked up from Hatfield, and that went to, where did it go to? Oh, that's right, it went to Ivor. But I know where it's going to, and I know that as soon as I roll in, the guy's going in, the full truck straight out, and it's Hatfield. Again, it was like 10 miles from pickup, another 50 quid, 22 miles, not ideal. Really, for a Luton van, you should be looking at £65 for a minimum job. But if it's a bit tough out there in a moment, you've got to go cheap. The third one, I rung them up again. I rung them up. It was a medium wheelbase, and it was going 65 miles, but I wanted it because it was going back towards, you know, it's not far from the house, coming back in the right direction. And I know the firm as well, they're a lovely firm, I do some work with them. So I rung them up, and also bear in mind, the cheapest one is not necessarily the winner. It depends on how far away you are. It depends on how good your feedback is. It depends on the rapport you got with the shipper. Because I rung them up, and I said to him, I said, is £65 too dear? And my mate Simon laughed. He went, yes, it is. He said, I've got bids down to 45. And I went, oh, Simon, I can't do 45. I said, I can do 50. I said, I'll send it through to you now. So not only was I not the cheapest, I still got it. But I know that I wouldn't have got more than 50. On each of the jobs I've done today, I know I wouldn't have got more money than I've actually quoted on them. Yeah, so the third one. If you're in an area, I was in an area, I'm up in Wellingborough, a job has pinged up from MK, it's going to Hounslow. It's going to hit Hounslow at 4 o'clock. And I'm sitting there, or probably after 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I'm thinking, okay, it's a medium wheelbase. I'm going to have to fight my way into London on the N25 in the rush hour, fight my way out in the rush hour. At the moment, I'm north, I'm going south to Dunstable, nice and easy. So I put in a bid for 120 quid. I thought I've got absolutely no chance of getting that job. And I didn't. No way was the guy going to buy it. But that's fine. But there was one I did the other day, and I put in a bid. Like, again, I was right close to home. It was a bit early, but I was right close to home. And it was a long wheelbase. I put in a bid at £70 for a 65-mile job, and I'm thinking I ain't going to win that. And I did. And it turned out to be a nice one. So that's the other thing you can do. On the electronic quotes, you can test the water. And if it's a job you don't want, make them what I like to say is make them an offer that I can't refuse. So I put in a silly bid because I'm thinking I don't really want that job, but if they come through on that money, I'll do it. And sometimes they do and you do it. So the 3 things you can do: talk to the shipper when you ring up, try and get a bit of rapport going, and maybe go in a little bit high for what you think it is, and go, is that too dear, or what are you happy with, or if you don't mind me saying, you know, so, and you can try and sell it to them. I'm nearby, I'm close, I'm reliable, I've got straps, I've got blankets, everything you've got on board. Try and sell it to them. Sometimes that helps. If they like you, they might send you the job if you're not the cheapest. You can ask them what it's gone for. Hope you won't upset them, and that gives you an idea of what the jobs are selling for at the moment. And you can electronic quote high. And if you put in a silly quote that's high, maybe drop it down a bit. And bear in mind, some jobs don't even exist. Some people are testing the water with jobs, not on the whole. Some people, they'll go, I'll ring the customer. That's a guaranteed way to know that you're never going to get a job back. That's one of those, well, it might be happening. So if you don't win the job, it's not necessarily because you're bidding too much money. There's other factors involved. But I hope that helps. There's 3 things that you can do that might, zhuzh things up a little bit for you. In the meantime, I'll be doing some more videos, and I'm done for the day. It's cold, I'm going home. I've got regular pattern in the morning, so that's nice. And all you guys, take care, take money.